Brand new eyewitness videos capture the moments leading up to the fatal officer-involved shooting that killed Alan Dale Warner Jr. This video shows a sheriff's deputy dropping what appears to be a firearm on the ground before stepping back. Warner picks up the item and points it at law enforcement. Eyewitness Sarah Clay gave us these new videos.
The cops set it down and backed up. If they were trying to switch guns and switch their protective stuff, I don't know why they didn't set it behind them or put it back on their person, but they set it down, backed up, allowed the guy to pick it up, and then charged him again.
You'll notice the item dropped has orange coloring. In another video shared with us by another witness, you can see a deputy walk into frame with what appears to be the same object. It's unclear what the item is, including if it was a deadly or non-lethal weapon. We showed the videos to Acting District Attorney Stephen LaRich, who hadn't seen it yet. He also couldn't confirm what the item was, but says it didn't have an impact because Warner dropped it before the deadly shooting.
I think that didn't have any role in ultimately what happened. The deceased picked it up, but then dropped it. So it wasn't part of any kind of calculation of use of force. And I believe at that point it was no longer armed or loaded. But I'm guessing on that. I don't know.
LaRich says it's likely the deputy dropped that object so he could transition to another weapon. Clay says she was closing up Central Oregon Cup and Cake when the scene unfolded. She says police used tasers at least 3 times with little to no success. Here's how Clay describes the moments before the deadly gunfire.
And then he backed away from the car, went around it the rest of the way, and then charged at the 2 cops that were behind the car. And then he was in the air, jumping. 2 pops went off and you could see the dust off his body and he just fell. And then he looked up and then just crashed back down.
This video shows the moments she's referring to. We are freezing the recording here as this is when he is fatally shot.
I mean, looking back, looking out from an outsider, yeah, I could say, hey, we could have totally done that differently, but I don't know what the cops were dealing with, what the whole situation was, if he had more on him or not. But from what I saw, it could have probably been dealt with better.
What is still unclear is what this black item is in Warner's hand before he's shot. LaRich did not confirm if Warner was armed or not. In Madras, Colby Anabrad, Central Oregon Daily News.